Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Hunters video. Today I wanted to discuss the idea of Star Wars Hunters having bigger game modes than 4 vs 4. Back in August last year, the Zynga CEO Bernard Kim said in an interview that Star Wars Hunters will support up to 30 players, which is a rather large increase on the 8 players that we currently have. Star Wars Hunters is described as an arena shooter, and it states clearly on the website that it's a 4v4 third-person game. The current game modes that we have are Control and Escort, which work perfectly for 4 vs 4, so jumping up to 15 vs 15, or at least just 30 players at once, is a dramatic shift. Considering we only know about 9 hunters thus far, with a 10th coming soon hopefully, the only real way that a 30 player game mode would work is if it was some sort of battle royale. A typical free-for-all mode could work as well, but the current maps are far too small for that, so you'd need to have bigger maps. Considering Hunters is very much a hero shooter, I can't see the game getting bigger multiplayer modes anytime soon. Even if it did, I think it would take away from the competitiveness of the game, and it would be a big shift in how the game really operates. You'd also need 15 hunters in the game at a minimum, which can just cause all the kinds of problems when people are trying to choose characters. The only way I can personally see a 30 player game mode working in Hunters is if it was a Battle Royale. Battle Royales typically have much higher player counts than this though, and that's not to say it wouldn't work, but considering this is a mobile game, you'd expect Boss Alien, the developers of Hunters, to want matches to be short and snappy so that people can pick up and play at almost any point. A 30 player Battle Royale could easily last 10 minutes tops and be filled with action and the desire to win, drawing players back in for more. The only thing I can see being a slight issue for some is that in Battle Royales you typically run around picking up loot, however each character has their own unique weapons and abilities, so I think you'd probably have to rely on choosing the right character and there being no loot on the floor apart from health pickups and maybe shield. With more thought and refinement, I do think a Battle Royale could work really well for Hunters, and it could make a decent name for itself in the Battle Royale genre, as we currently don't have one for Star Wars. I do think it's something I'd love to see, even though it would be fairly small compared to others, and as for modes in the Battle Royale itself, you could have 30 players solo, 15 duos and 10 trios, which I think would be pretty solid. With that all being said though, Hunters is a really great small scale arena shooter, and I wouldn't want a Battle Royale to take away from the game's reputation, especially if people weren't that big a fan of it. I do want to see a Star Wars Battle Royale someday, however I think it should be its own standalone game. By keeping Hunters as an arena shooter with 4 vs 4 modes, or even going into 6 vs 6 modes when we have more Hunters, you can focus a lot more on what makes the game great and really makes it stand out within the genre. So to answer the question of should Star Wars Hunters have bigger game modes, I wouldn't be opposed to it at all, depending on the actual mode itself, as I think larger game modes could work in the game. However, I do think it's a big risk and a giant leap away from the core game experience. Whilst I wouldn't be opposed to bigger modes, I would prefer Hunters to stick to 4 vs 4 or maybe even 6 vs 6, especially in the first year or so, as that will allow the game to get a bunch of new and exciting content. After that first year, they then could potentially look into expanding the game in a new way, which could then be a Battle Royale or bigger game modes in general. To summarise, I think Hunters has the potential for big game modes to work, but I'd prefer it to stay on the smaller side of things, especially to start with, as 30 player modes are a whole different ballgame to what Hunters has built its core experience on. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Would you like to see a 30 player game mode in Star Wars Hunters or not? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well so you don't miss out on any more videos. That is it from me today though guys, thank you all very much for watching and may the force be with you always.